Okay, I'm going to start you off in Hollywood. When you hear California, Hollywood may be one of the first places that come to mind. I mean, it's where stars are born. One of the most known attractions here is the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Here you can find the names of a mix of musicians, actors, directors, and producers. There are over 2,500 stars to view down here, so it's a pretty cool place to check out while in town and find your favorite people. Speaking of Hollywood, I got a chance to visit one of the most iconic views. Featured in many movies and shows, I hiked to the top of the Hollywood sign, meaning a good workout while on vacation. Hike to the Hollywood sign. It's a beautiful view. So if you're in the area, it's definitely a must do. You can do it with a tour or you can do it by yourself. It's not too strenuous. Just make sure you bring you some water and you'll be fine. But it's definitely a must do. The sights up here are beautiful. Time for a restaurant highlight for Los Angeles. Perch. Perfect for a romantic date night or out with friends. There's an amazing view of the city if you pick the rooftop seating. They get 5 stars when it comes to service and food and just the overall vibe. You see me? Ow. So I drove on down to Long Beach, California, which if you have a rental car is only 30 minutes away from Los Angeles. It's an oceanfront beauty that you would definitely want to add to your itinerary. Now, while in town, I stopped at a company called the Gondola Getaway. This was such an amazing experience. I'm currently in Long Beach, California, where I'm going to use a company called the Gondola Getaway, and we're going to take a small cruise. This is BYOB, so you can bring your own alcohol, your own snacks, they provide you with ice, cups, and a blanket because it is chilly. So I recommend that if you're coming down here, depending on what time of the year, it may be a little cold. So I got my jacket ready because, yeah, it's chilly out here. But let's go have some fun. So sorry about all the wind. Now, what is a gondola? Well, it's a light, flat-bottomed boat used on Venetian canals. You may have seen some in Italian movies or if you've been to Venice yourself. It usually has a high point at each end and it's worked by a gondolier at the stern. Here in Long Beach, they have managed to recreate that feeling of being in Italy. One of the traditions that the gondoliers honor is every time you go under a bridge, they sing you a song. If that isn't the most romantic thing in the world, definitely a way to score some points with your significant other. California seems to be a major spot for pop-up experiences, so if you're planning on visiting an area, I recommend doing a search for what's coming up. This year, I attended a cool Stranger Things drive-thru experience.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So if our new friends, the dudes, turn their headlights on at the same time, the light will be like...
Or you can do like I did last year and plan your trip based around a pop-up experience. Last year, I attended no other than Britney Spears' The Zone. Now these pop-ups are usually in town for a few months, so catch them while you can and buy your tickets in advance. Now take a ride over to Santa Monica Beach, an iconic beach in Southern California, only 15 miles away from Los Angeles. A popular attraction here is the Santa Monica Pier. Access to the pier is free, but you will have to pay for parking and individual attractions, offering a wide range of family activities including a Ferris wheel, arcade, and plenty of options to eat. Or you can just come out to enjoy the beach. Now, Los Angeles overall is a safe city to travel. As with anywhere, you have your areas that you may not want to travel to alone. The homeless population here is really large, and I happen to drive through an area familiarly known as Skid Row. It's a 54-block area in downtown LA that is primarily known for homelessness and poverty. Now, there are ways to give and donate to help our fellow neighbors. I'll post some links in the description. Now, this is also a moment to stop and just be thankful for all the blessings in your life and the things you may take for granted daily. So that about wraps up this trip's highlights. Any questions, please comment. Until next time, love, love, love. Work hard and play harder. Keep traveling.